NVIDIA Game Ready driver 610.88 just landed, and 610.74 is already gone. I'm running both through two filters. Did your frames actually move? And did any of the listed repairs earn the install? No mystery box nonsense. No copium. You're getting the speed data, the repair list, and exactly which setups should care before touching either one. Because a newer number can mean a real fix, or it can mean fresh risk wrapped around the exact same performance. For example, my matched Speedway run is the clean comparison here, a repeatable graphics workload. Average FPS just means the typical frame rate across that run. The previous driver averaged 54.6 frames per second. The new one hit 55.2, with average GPU power matched at 183 watts. That's a 1.1% nudge. NVIDIA can call it news age of PC gaming or revolution. Your mouse would call it rounding error. 1% and 0.1% lows are the slowest slices of a run, the stuff that exposes hitching an average can hide. And yes, the lows improved in that one benchmark, but when I tested other games like new Resident Evil, it became same rounding error. Another matched test from user on Black Flag Remake has the previous driver at 130.2 and the new one at 130 flat. Here's the thing though, a new driver number is not a performance upgrade, it's a new risk profile. And now NVIDIA's own documents flip the picture. The previous driver lists 0 gaming repairs and 1 general repair. The new driver lists 5 gaming repairs and 2 general ones. Finally, they fixed something. 5 listed repairs against 0. But unfortunately, that's not 5 promises for every PC out there. The useful branches are narrow. Starting with smooth motion timing. Smooth motion adds generated frames on supported 40 and 50 series cards, and G-Sync matches your monitor's timing to the GPU. If running both together already gives you bad frame timing in a DirectX 11 game, install the new driver first. Then open NVIDIA app, click Graphics, click Program Settings, select the game, open Driver Settings, and set Smooth Motion to On. The row should read On. Launch that same game. Still getting bad frame timing? Then this repair didn't solve your setup. Simple as that. Halo gets a 50 series crash repair. Path of Exile 2 gets its long DirectX 12 pause targeted. Just don't stretch that fix into every variable refresh problem, and don't mix it up with Doom's separate multi-frame feature, the one that inserts several generated frames between rendered ones. But here's the catch. NVIDIA's strongest repair line still has to survive people actually running the driver, and those first-day reports split both ways. One side says the stutter is gone. Another setup says it got worse. The field evidence decides how much trust that official repair line earns. 2 of these fixes came straight from the emergency build, and a failed upgrade report makes hotfix migration a risk, not an automatic reason to move. If you want to catch driver disasters before they hit your rig, subscribe. I test every certified release against the repairs it claims. Every tested workload landing within a percentage point. A separate affected setup says the smooth motion flicker is gone. Meanwhile, NVIDIA carried 2 emergency repairs into the certified release, and one dude was already asking for a hotfix of the hotfix. Welcome back to the corporate slot battle pass. Doom has a different problem entirely. Multi-frame generation plus G-Sync, and NVIDIA says that one waits for another driver. So don't use the Doom report to erase the narrow DirectX 11 repair, and don't use the narrow repair to pretend Doom is fixed. Different path, different bug. And the prefer maximum performance problem? Still sitting on NVIDIA's own open list. The certified public label never promised every bug was fixed, but an open issue on a brand new package is still garbage. That unresolved listing alone is reason enough not to force the setting globally. Now comes the trap. A better package and a mandatory update are not the same decision. Path of Exile 2 shows exactly where the limit is. NVIDIA listed a repair for the long DirectX 12 pause. One player says the emergency build stopped their crashes and stutter. Another still crashes on the public driver. Those broader reports neither prove nor erase the named pause repair. Treating either one as universal proof is pure hopium. One hotfix owner also reports the public package flat out failed to install over the emergency build. That's a recovery warning, not proof the installer fails for everyone. Signal loss and black screen reports show up on some 50 series setups too, and a separate report says HDR and video upscaling regressed during playback. Early warnings, not prevalence claims. On 30 series hardware, Speedway tied at exactly 3,500 points. An exact tie. Even the benchmark refused to pick a side. A second graphics test favors the previous driver, while game lows move in both directions. The result shifts test by test, nothing like a clean speed winner. Then Battlefield 6 adds one more trap. An OTA application profile is a small game settings update NVIDIA can push separately from the driver file. The crash mitigation came through that profile, not proof the driver itself repaired the game. So here's the call. If your previous driver is stable and none of the named needs applies to you, stay. Don't disturb a working setup for average speed you will never feel. If you're choosing only between these two packages, take the new driver for a vendor-listed repair that matches your problem, or a required new game profile. 20 and 30 series owners get that same stay default. 40 series owners too, with the narrow smooth motion branch when it actually matches. 50 series owners, same default again, with the named Halo crash repair as the clearest exception. So yes, the new package wins the repair ledger. That does not make it some universal best driver. I already told you, go check my best drivers video. This head-to-head doesn't rewrite that map. It only tells you which of these two packages fits the problem sitting in front of you. Now pick your branch and finish it cleanly. If a named repair or new game profile matches your problem, open NVIDIA app, click drivers, click download on the new driver card, click install when it's ready, then restart Windows. After the the restart, the driver's page should show the new driver as installed. Open only the affected game and check the named symptom. Gone? Repair branch complete. Still there? Stop right there. This was not your fix. No benchmark marathon, no copium. If your setup is stable and none of those needs applies, close the app and leave the update untouched. That button can sit there and develop some patience. It may keep offering the new package, and that's normal. Don't let an update badge grief a working rig. Stable branch, untouched. If you're on the hotfix, migration alone is cooked as a reason to move. One owner already reports the public package failed to install over it, and without a verified recovery path for that failure, stay put. Unless a named repair or game profile genuinely outweighs the risk. Don't turn that uncertainty into a dumpster fire of retries. Battlefield 6 gets its own separate profile branch. NVIDIA checks for the small game profile at Windows sign-in, or within 24 hours. After signing in, launch the affected game once. Crash still there? Give the profile the full 24 hours before reinstalling the driver. Don't treat a late server profile like the driver nuked your game, then burn an evening rebuilding a setup the driver never touched. Profile branch separated. 4 branches, 4 decisions. Zero reason to let NVIDIA's update churn choose for you. Tell me in the comments which package is on your PC right now, then name the one game or symptom strong enough to move you. I want the split.